There you go. So you're saying it's a beautiful day where you're from?
Yeah, man. It not just a beautiful day, man. I'm blessed because I get to wake up today and be a functioning person in recovery, a functioning dad. I can finally be level-headed. I'm going to be 90 days sober on August 9th of this month. And God, I'm Baptist, so I talk about God. I talk about Him as my higher power, as my best friend, as a person I look up to. And I say that I'm blessed to be up and to be a part of this beautiful day because I need to find at least one thing I'm grateful for each day. And for me, I got lots to be grateful for.
Well, that's good.
So tell me about um, about why me? Because
Oh,
how I see it,
well,
I'm
I
just a
don't
normal
know.
dad.
You are just a normal guy. I mean,
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, where I come from, it I grew up really hard. I was in 9 years in foster care, and it's been extremely difficult to find a fatherly figure in my life and to attach myself to someone that I could look up to. And on my fifth birthday, I was put into foster care. My mom, unfortunately, was addicted to heroin and meth, and she is schizophrenic, and she um, did not appreciate me or love me in the way that I deserved. And she abused me, molested me, allowed her boyfriends to molest me. And on my fifth birthday, it was an overcast day. Her mom, I mean, I'm sorry, I do stutter. Um, my mom called her probation officer to take me and my brother away because she wanted to kill me and my brother. So on my birthday, I was sitting outside. It was overcast. I remember I was playing with my Matchbox cars, and a detective walks up to me and asks me, "Hey, where's your mom at?" And I'm like, "Well, my mom is inside." And the next thing I know, she had told me to pack up everything I wanted into a plastic bag, and we need to leave. All I know is that she has been very sick. In fact, I still talk to her. It wasn't until I was about 21 years old that I came to terms in forgiving her. One, because I can relate on the addiction side. Two, because she is sick. She's not herself. And I know that no good parent would abuse her child like that. Or, I mean, everybody has reasons, but nobody in their right mind would hurt a child, right? So there must be something wrong with the way she's thinking. Long story short, okay, just the lack of this, of just love and support in my life has really put a hard, cold towel, like just like a weighted blanket. It's like a lead blanket on my heart and on my cloud of who I am. And it wasn't until I was sober 3 years ago. I was shot in the back of my head on my 20th. I'm sorry, on my 25th birthday, right outside London Bell, and this was October 10th of 2020, downtown Salt Lake City. And I was just trying to party, man. 2020 was a hard year for all of us. For me, especially was May of 2020. I lost my job with Weber County. I was a geological surveyor with no college experience, and because I didn't have any value, quote unquote value, they laid me off. And July, my ex-wife left me. And then October 10th, I was shot in the head. And um, I was at this bar downtown, and there was a bar fight, and I was like, oh, cool, bar fight. So I go outside, I check it out. The next thing I
Mhm.
know, there was a guy who pulled out a gun and was chasing people. So I was like, you know what? Ain't no way in hell I'm just gonna be sitting here and do nothing, right? So I call 911 and I'm on the phone for 15 minutes. If you know where this bar was, it was just 5 minutes away. I could walk there and walk back in the time so I could run there and run back in the time that the police come. So mind you, I'm on the phone with dispatch, and the next thing I know is pop, 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 some loud noises, and there was blood everywhere. It was like when you touch a stove or touch the exhaust of a lawnmower, it burns your hand real quick. It felt
Mhm.
hot like that, and just blood everywhere. My body went. It didn't. The bullet didn't go into my head. It actually grazed the back of my skull. But what was crazy was I felt no pain, but I was in so much shock, right, because of that. Anyway, so since then, you would think that surviving that, it would cause me to be sober, but it was a defining moment in my life that brought me closer to my higher power and closer to my purpose as a motivational speaker and to who I am today. And I'm very grateful to be in your presence, and I'm very grateful to be on this podcast. I'm very grateful to talk about my story, because when I see my daughter, it means the universe to me. And I don't just mean that in a light sense. When I see my daughter, it renews my soul. It is like you go onto the best vacation of your life. You can just sit and relax and people cater you. I haven't had that, but it's like you having the best night's sleep of your life. No worries in the world. And when I'm around my daughter, that honestly, when my daughter was born, the sad thing about it was the it wasn't the first thing, okay? But the first thing was, wow, look at this beautiful baby. But the second thing that overwhelmed everything was, how could a mother who gave birth to a child hate this person so much that they'd want to kill it? And so when I held my daughter, I was like, I'm going to make sure that nothing happens to her. Now, I'm not Jesus or I'm not God, and I can only control myself, right? But I know that when I held my beautiful baby, that I wanted to be that person, that man of God that she could look up to as a light. I just want to be a light for her darkness, man. And you know what? I hope that you share this podcast, and I hope that people see this podcast as something inspirational, but encouraging and empowering, and something to not feel sorry for me, but to be empowered, because everybody has some trauma. Everybody has some bullshit that they went through. Everybody has experienced it. But the beautiful thing
Mhm.
in this is we all learn the same lessons. We just all learn them at different levels in our life. And for me, it took a little longer than other people, but not as long as others, right? But I just want to say that
Yeah.
I'm grateful because I get up, I get to talk to you, I get to be a leader, I get to love people. Like, like it's just a beautiful. I mean, just all that I've overcome. Praise God. I'm just so grateful, man. And it's just you know, how I see life is like we're all like trees, man. Trees are so strong and also sturdy, right? But they're sturdy because of their
Yeah.
roots, right? And I believe that if we find, oh, oh, you go, buddy. I'm sorry.
No, I was putting the headphones back on.
All right,
I
all
was
right.
hot. I was hot. It's hot in the house. I turned the air conditioning off because sometimes
Wow.
it kind of gets air kind of the air conditioner kind of hits onto the audio, and that's
Mm.
annoying. So I always turn it off, and then I get so hot in the house.
Well, I appreciate you, man, and you listening, man. I think that what you're doing with the podcast for fathers and uncles alike, that is huge, man. I believe that both man and woman are necessary, though, and I think, and I wanted to make
Mhm.
a keynote here. I don't want a masculinity to be tarnished anymore, just like I don't want femininity to be tarnished either. See, I believe that God gave man and woman as a gift. And just because men get, or people have gifts, you don't destroy or give back gifts, man. You take care of it, you cherish it, you hold it close to your heart. A gift is not something earned, it's given, and freely too.
Yeah.
And I think that as men and women, we need to be good moms and fathers. And it, a father is kind, a father is patient, a father is everything that love is. It's gentle, it's courageous, it's supportive, it's protecting, it's nurturing, and without a mother, without the feminine side, there there isn't the sweet, the nourishing, the nurturing, the replenishing part of what a father is. Because I believe that fathers should be sensitive, should not be afraid to express themselves in a healthy way. And I'm talking about crying, I'm talking about breaking down and being vulnerable and being honest with
Yeah.
themselves. Because I think that what's really helped me with my daughter is that it's a blank slate. It's a blank slate, brother. I don't, I can be whoever I want to be, right? I can be what any kind of dad I want to be. And I see it as an opportunity. I see it as what, it, like being 16 and wanting to know who I want to be as an adult, right? It's like that. It's that
Yeah.
newfound strength, that new inspiration. And what's unique to me is I didn't have a father to kind of like impress and stuff. I do have an adoptive dad, and he's planted some seeds in me that have made me the man I am today too. But what I'm getting at is I kind of have a unique blank slate that I can be whoever I want to be, and I want my daughter to witness this, to see this vulnerability, and to see this man that's overcome and conquering. You know what I mean? But it's sensitive and vulnerable. I, you know, but what are your thoughts?
Well, I love the artwork in the back.
Thank you. I have a neighbor I had a neighbor who hand painted these. And what's cool is this is my daughter's astrological sign. Now, I'm from Longmont, Colorado, and this is the astrological sign in the Longmont sky, what it looks like ish. And then this is just a cool little
Oh,
moon picture that she hand painted. And her name is Natalie. What a beautiful, and she's a fantastic person. And so that's a Sagittarius, and I'm a Libra. So this is the Libra in the Longmont sky, and that's hand painted too. And
that's
and
cool.
yeah, I have lots of rocks and artwork and like different kinds of like energies in my home because I believe in holistic healing. I believe in meditation and mindfulness, and I am a Baptist. I believe in God, and I believe that in my recovery, doing things that add value to my life is all good energy, man. And
Yeah.
I think it's just super cool, man. I'm very blessed.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Uh, did you have any questions for me at all?
Questions?
Yeah,
Well, is it like did you when you sent me those pictures
yeah,
when you were out and about? Did you guys have fun? Was it a nice
yeah.
day?
Of course, it was a beautiful day, and you know what? When I talk about having fun, is I bond with my daughter. I allow her to be her, and I let her just be herself. Now there are things that like at the concert I wanted to just chillax and relax because it was so hot that we were outside most of the time. So I did what
Yeah.
a responsible parent would do and keep her hydrated and safe, right, from the heat exhaustion. But for the
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
part, we had fun, and I don't mean like it's all sunshine and rainbows. My daughter has an attitude and has fits sometimes, but that's normal.
Yeah.
But the one
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that I want my daughter to experience is to be herself in a non judgmental way, where no one is just telling her you have to be some way, some type of way, but the basics. I tell her to be respectful, tell her to have fun, and I tell her to be polite or to be courteous. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
those are
Yeah.
core values. If you think about saying thank you, saying you're welcome, allow people to go first, or you say hi. I tell, like there was a homeless guy at the park. We were feeding ducks and stuff, and he looked pretty crazy with his wide eyes and stuff. He was saying, "Hey," because my daughter was on my shoulders. He was saying, "Aren't dads fun?" And then my daughter looked at him and told me he looks crazy, Daddy. And I'm like, now, Chevy, you be respectful, okay? Now, and I told her this. I was like, look, don't judge people for the way they look. But even though he looked crazy, he gave us a compliment. So you say thank you, and I hope you have a good day. And so you treat people with kindness. You say thank you. And so I pointed out that there are some people that are on different levels in their life, and they not be who they appear to be. But when they give you a comment or a kind comment or a kind gesture, you appreciate that and you give them the love back.
Yeah.
And so I thought that that was really cool that like I can allow my daughter and just teach her a fundamentals. So
What's a day in the life as a dad for you, though?
hmm. Oh, it's exciting, man. It can be tiring. It I like to keep busy. I know that in my recovery, having a schedule, a rigorous routine and schedule is important. So knowing what you're going
Yeah.
to do and committing to it, and allowing yourself space. So in the mornings now, I know that I have a part-time job and I'm picking up another job and stuff, and I have a business that I'm investing in. So I have a little bit of free time right now. So there's a little more time for me to do more fun things. But I try and do free things like something like go to the park and feed the ducks, or go to the playground or walk our dog or do arts and crafts. Anyway, so we wake up and we brush our teeth, we do our hygiene stuff. I make her a good breakfast. We pray up before each meal and before we go to bed. And I I I ask her the night before what she would like to, to wear for the next day because it
Yeah.
helps the mornings go well. And with respect to her mom, that it helps her schedule too. And I try and pack a day where we could relax on one part of the weekend and we're active and we're going out and doing things. And I try and pack some healthy food and snacks, and I try and get her physically involved with things like at the park. Feeding ducks gets her physically involved with her environment and with her surroundings. And because I know, like for me in foster care, every weekend we went hiking. whether or not I actually fed ducks, I was ecstatic to go hiking. I love to go hiking, and exercise was really healthy. And hiking is really healthy, right? So having that
Yeah.
exercise and that a mental muscle, capacity. And like I said, it doesn't have to be always go, go, go. Like usually Sundays, we wake up a little early. A little later, and then we go to church. We have some good brunch. We feed the ducks, and we go home and sleep and relax until we have to bring her back to her mama. And then Saturdays, or go, 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 or getting groceries. And I ask her, oh, what are these items? And she tells me, oh, that's an orange, or that's chips, and stuff like that. Just things to get her mind going. And I'm not like a perfect dad, and so some weekends I could be completely exhausted, and so we could be watching cartoons and cuddling. But I want to be around my daughter.
Mhm.
I don't like to have her be on the phone or, or playing a game unless I'm on the phone or something, or doing something where I have
Yeah.
to keep her busy. Excuse me.
Is
Yeah.
she around you today?
No, so unfortunately, I get my daughter every other weekend. I have a visitation rights. I tried to get half, legally half, with the courts, but the courts believe that addiction can be cured and it can't be. And so I
Yeah.
lost all my parental rights. But God is so good that me and her mom, we co-parent really well, that I can have my daughter longer than a weekend, and I can call her whenever, I can have her whenever. It's just based on her schedule and if she's available, which I don't necessarily agree. I want to have it legally and stuff that I can have her, set weekends, but the complications of the small things are not worth it. I don't think it's worth going back to the court and stuff and causing more problems than what I already have. You know what I mean? And really, the
Yeah.
one thing is, I would like to have my daughter full time, honestly, because there's a wonderful private school within walking distance of my home, and there's a daycare within 10 minutes of my home too. And there's a actual awesome dance studio right by my home too. So I I hope to have at least 2 years of actual sobriety, and maybe in high school, or when she's in middle school, get her full time. Just I
Yeah.
think that elementary school for her with her mom would be better, and more so better for my daughter, because she has friends there, and I don't know. I know that with my daughter, I'm happy. I I
Yeah.
stay sober, and I actually function better. But I've been active in my recovery, and I've been staying sober without her, and I've been doing good without her too. So it's not necessarily an issue in that sense anymore. But she just makes everything so much better, brother.
Well, that's good. So
Yes,
does
sir.
she like dance?
She loves to dance. Her favorite artist is Britney Spears, and she likes to
Oh.
dance butt naked or in her underwear to Circus. That's her favorite song is Circus. And she's just, as a
Yeah, that's a
girl,
good
she likes to be
song.
wild, man.
Yeah.
Topless
Yeah.
wild, just
Yeah.
dancing, have
Yeah.
a good time, being a girl, man. And I know it's silly and
Yeah.
crazy, but just seeing her smile and just laugh and just be herself is the cutest thing. And I want to harness that. I want her to hold on to that purity, to that pure joy, that pure happiness, as long as she can, you know.
Yeah. So you have anything you're doing this weekend when you see her? Do you have like a plan that you already have set?
Usually I do have a preset idea of what I have going on and stuff. Like I said, a schedule is important, and I feel like um, keeping to a schedule that has space in between each other and that is not too packed, but has, productivity in it is very helpful. So.
Do you have a favorite place in the city you like to go that eats or anything?
Well, yes, I actually have two favorite parks and a favorite place to bring her to eat. So she loves food like chicken, and so we like to go to the Crack Shack. It sounds funny, but there's a place downtown Salt Lake that's called the Crack Shack, and so the chickens there are free range, and they're actually delivered fresh too. So they're not frozen at all. And the chicken's good and healthy. I like to bring her to the duck park up in North Ogden. Up in Ogden. It's actually called Beus Park, Beus Park. It's right by McCady Hospital. Beautiful little like a duck park. You can walk around. It's like a mile or something to walk around, and there's always ducks there and wildlife, and they have a playground, and they have like quiet streams in between, and like it's really beautiful. It's so zen.
Oh,
And there's another park, a downtown Salt Lake that I love to bring her. It's called Liberty Park. They have a big pond. They have like a little like a train up for kids that will drive them around the park, and they always have like drum circles on Sundays and stuff, and they always have like events, and they have a huge playground too. So it's really cool, man.
oh, that's cool. That's cool. You've never been to Salt Lake before, but
Oh, you never
I
have? Oh,
heard a lot. No, but I heard a lot of things, good things about the city.
well, I have a black and white opinion about Utah that I will save for myself. But it's been really awesome. Um, on. Can I walk Brooker? Yes. Hey, Brooker. Oh, here's his leash, guys. Sorry. The neighbors' kids love me. And so what's cool
Oh,
is that the neighbors' kids, they want to walk my dog all the time, and I let them. And Rucker so I have a dog named Rucker, and I have a cat named Akita, and I have a guinea pig named Scooby, and all of them love each other. They're so zen, they're so comfortable, like they want to be loved and played with. Like that's it. Like they're not
oh,
annoying at all. Like they're just fun-loving animals, and I just have a really awesome neighborhood that all of them have kids. I can keep my door unlocked. I can actually
oh
just be
no.
myself, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I used to have a pig.
I'm sorry.
I used to have a guinea pig.
Oh, you did? Oh, wonderful. Well,
Yeah,
what was its
yeah.
name? What was its name?
I think it was a girl. I think it was
This is Kita.
Sweetie or something.
Yeah, this is Kita. Mhm.
Oh,
She I like to say she is the cutest little kitty cat I've ever owned, and she is a sweetheart. All she wants to do is just be loved. As you can see, she's happy. I like cats because they teach you a different part about some people. Because with some people, it's all about the approach, or it's all about the scratch. And kids, and, and
Yeah.
with cats, it's about how you scratch them and how you love them. And 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 like when you love them the right in the way that they like, I think that's very relatable to us humans, that we want to be loved and treated in the way that we want to be treated ourselves, right? So we have to,
Yeah.
um, uh, especially women. I love women, but some women just want to be catered to, and that's what this cat is. She loves
Yeah.
being being pampered and catered to, and she's a little princess, and she's just amazing.
Yeah.
And then I have a dog, and he is an attention whore. All he want the minute I pet her, he's all up in my face. Rub my belly, Dad. Rub my belly. I'll go on a walk, and you know what? It's just the coolest thing to be loved, man, by these animals and by my beautiful baby girl.
Me and my mom has two cats. She used to have three.
Oh, really? Oh,
And then yeah. And then we have a Westie, a little white dog.
oh. What kind of dog?
Yeah. A Westie?
A Westie? I've never even heard of that.
It's
Is
like
that like a
a
collie or like a terrier?
yeah.
Oh, way cool. Way fun, man. Well, I appreciate that, man. Well, buddy, I would love to sit and talk some more. I do have to go to my doctor's appointment, but again, I am
All right.
humbled. I'm really humbled, and I would love to do another podcast again, man. This was so much fun. I hope you enjoyed it too.
Oh,
And I'm sorry I talked the whole
I
time.
did. I did too. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Get more
Well,
going for more questions the next time we do it.
that sounds like a plan, buddy. And then make sure, if you can, send a copy of this to me, because I could add this to my website, TurboSpeaks. Add me on it, or look me
Oh,
up,
I will.
TurboSpeaks.com.
Oh, I will put it all on the Instagram and then all the other platforms I use,
Ah,
so
so
you
cool.
can watch it over. We'll be
So
on
cool, brother.
YouTube and all that fun stuff.
Thank you, man. I'm going to
But yeah,
add
it was
this
good
to
chatting
my
with.
YouTube as well. So I think it was wonderful, man.
Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do this with me.
Of course, man. You're worth it. And if anybody tells you otherwise, you can brush them off. What I learned in my recovery, okay, is this. When we left the rehab, a guy had told me this. If the people in this room that give you this kind of respect and this love, like the love that I am giving you, Daniel, and the respect that I'm giving you, Daniel, if nobody, or sorry, if a person is treating you otherwise, you should not talk to them anymore. Plain and simple. You have value. You are
Yeah,
a person that should be respected, and that is worthy and deserving of respect and love. And if nobody, and sorry, if a person that you're talking to doesn't give you that, doesn't honor you in the same way that you honor them, you should block them, swipe left, not talk to them anymore, because you deserve it. You deserve the
yeah,
best, man. And that's what I hope in my motivational speaking career, is that I can give people a voice, because we're all tools, man. I may be a hammer, you may be a badass laptop. Some person could be a makeup brush. Some people are Teslas, right? But the thing is, me as a wrench, can't be mad at you, a laptop, or I can't be mad at the Tesla because that's their blessing. You have a blessing. I have
Yeah.
a blessing. And God says that no tool is useless. Everybody has a purpose. And some people don't like being makeup brushes. Some people don't like being a wrench. Some people don't like being a laptop. And I say, and God says,
Yeah.
tough shit. God says, tough shit. You have a beautiful gift. You just need to understand it and appreciate it, because that's why people I believe change who they are, is because they're preconditioned to not love themselves, or they've taught themselves, or they're just been beaten, man. Like, I've been beaten, bro, for my whole life. I a couple years ago, I attempted suicide 30 times on my life. I hated who I was my whole life, that I wanted to take my own life. But when I got sober, I found value in who I am. I found that I am a good dad. I am loved. I am handsome. That I am beautiful, and that I don't have to be skinny anymore. I can go to the gym and love myself. It's okay to show myself love. It's okay to look at myself in the mirror. It's okay to tell myself that I have value. And so when I say that we're all tools, we all have a special function. I have a I'm a wrench. I could be, used for certain applications, and I just need to find my application. You know what I mean? Same with the makeup brush. Same with the laptops.
Yeah.
Same with a Tesla car or a hammer. You know what I mean? We're all beautiful tools, brother.
Yeah.
Anyway, I appreciate you allowing me into your space, man. May the peace of Christ be with you, and namaste. The light in me honors the light in you, brother.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Hey,
Well, it's good chatting with you.
we'll chat again. Bye
Okay.
now.
Bye.